Heidi ho, my peeps. I'm coming back at you guys with yet another haul. Now, I don't do a lot of haul videos. Here lately, I haven't even been leaving the house to do any shopping at all, and I had a lovely experience today. I needed to get some blood drawn, so I went and pick up meds, so I went to my medical facility and did that. But the way I did it was in a wheelchair. My husband brought our wheelchair, and instead of me hobbling along on my two canes, he put me in the wheelchair and he wheeled me in. And everywhere I got to go, I got wheeled, which it made an absolutely amazing difference in my energy level, obviously. When we were done there, then we went to Marshall's and I found some lovely things there. Then we went to Target and he wheeled me into Target and to Marshall's. And then we did a little bit more shopping. I stayed in the car for that and came on home. But I got a lot done in a short amount of time, getting ready to go to this family wedding that I'm so looking forward to. And this was my first experience being wheeled around anywhere. Outside of being wheeled in and out of I have these funny little horns, of the hospital, when I had my babies. I'd have never been in a wheelchair, so it was a little weird and disconcerting, made me a little nervous, but on the whole, it worked really well for my haul. Okay, so first, Marshalls. Marshalls was such fun. I found a pair of cheap $19 shoes to go with my pretty black dress I'm going to wear to the wedding. And I just love these shoes. I thought they were adorable. Little black velvet with sort of like a little, I don't know, it's like a little ruffle or something there. Real flat, very low front part, so my big old swollen foot manages to fit in this just fine. So for $20, I found a wonderful answer to my problem. I'd found some beautiful Birkenstocks. They were black patent leather Birkenstocks in two styles. One had the three cross, straps, and the other one just had a toe strap, so it was kind of flimsy. Really wasn't on your feet all that well, but it was cool because it had a really thin pink sole, so it was neat looking, but not at all appropriate for what my feet need right now. So anyhow, didn't buy those. I also went to my mailbox and I bought the first full slip I have owned in 45 years. I think this is just a slip. It's not shapewear. Yeah, it's just a slip. So, gosh, I finally got my old lady. Now that I'm an old lady, I've got my old lady slip. Here we go. So, I'll be wearing my old lady slip underneath my black dress. Oh, this has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed hunting and gathering and, tracking down all of the stuff that I'm going to use for this, when we go and do this wedding, on the train and all that kind of stuff. It's been really fun. So let's see, what else did I get? Oh, I got this. I love this. This is one of those impulse buys when you're in the line, right? And I'm looking at everything on the counter as you go down the line in Marshall's. And this I had to have. Was it pricey? No, it was $7, $6.99. It's honey lavender, and I loved how it was honey and lavender colored and mixed in the middle. And of course, absolutely heavenly smell. I love the smell of honey, and I love the smell of lavender, and I love it together. So I think tonight, while I work on my pickled carrots, I will probably light this absolutely adorable candle. Let's see, can you? This is a frosted glass, but I can probably take that off with, um, some kind of solvent so I can reuse that glass or something. Alrighty. Grant, God bless his heart, saw this for me, another plug for my iPhone. I don't have very many of these, so I was very glad that he spotted this. I got another one. I've never used this brand, but I will be using it tonight when I charge my phone. So that was kind of nice. That over there. All right, so let me show you what actually took me in to Marshall's in the first place. Okay, those of you who follow both Leanne Life and or Lori and Sophie, you know that they've both been to Marshall's and they found the Unicorn Tears lipstick. Now, all three of us wear this lipstick as if it was the only lipstick available, right? It's the only lipstick I wear. I bought, and normally it's $22 or $24 a tube. I can't recall which. Well, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lipsticks and 2 lip glosses. Okay, who needs 5 of any lipstick and 2 lip glosses? I mean, really, who in their right mind? Well, I do, because I have been so stingy with my Unicorn Tears. I only use it kind of if I, need to feel special or whatever, not on a, daily or even weekly basis. I've been trying to make it last. Well, now I can slap that crap on anytime I want and still feel okay. And then I got to thinking, those of you who are my age, 50s, 60s, right in there, you probably remember your mothers and their red lips. Remember that? All of our mothers had their favorite red lipstick that they wore. Sometimes they would wear pink or coral or some other color, but they all had their favorite red. My mother's favorite red was called Fire and Ice. I think it was a Revlon product, I'm not positive, but it was a red that was slightly on the orange side. It was a bright red, slightly on the orange side, and I believe it had a shimmer to it. I can't really remember, but that's sort of what my head tells me. And then there was another one that a lot of moms had as their favorite. My mom wore it occasionally, but it wasn't her favorite. And that red was called Cherries in the Snow. All of y'all, your mothers would have known both of those lipsticks. So, and bought them repeatedly, time after time after time, because they were like the gold standard of red lipsticks. And then there were from different brands, there were others as well that were popular, but I remember those two specifically. Well, this Unicorn Tears is like that for me. This very weird, color changing, blue, glittery stuff I love. And so I'm going to put some on. So, why not buy a half a lifetime supply, right? Why not? I doubt that I'm going to wear any other lipstick, so hey. So, there we go. Each of these tubes was $6. So, that's kind of a chunk of change to spend on lipstick, but I'm happy I did. All right, so that was everything from Marshall's. Then we went to Target, and I was looking for a lot of stuff at Target, but this was all primarily bag of drugs. Stuff that things I needed that I haven't bought in a while. For example, I got the Febreze fabric, smell 'em, that smells like Gain. Isn't that cool? I love the smell of Gain. That is my favorite smell um, for laundry detergent. So what I've seen people do with this, like I'm going to decant some of this into a smaller little spray bottle. And you put some in your bathroom and you keep some in the kitchen and blah, 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 blah. And when you need to not smell dogs and cats or whatever it is you smell that you don't like, you take out your Gain scented Febreze. So I was thrilled to get that. I don't normally use Febreze, but here lately I've been wanting to. I also bought 2 of the Clear Eyes Redness Relief because my eyes have been so dry. This spring has been, everything is blooming and my eyes are itching. I also got some vitamins. These are just chewy, 1-a-day vitamin, multivitamin. And I ran out of my others. And then the last thing I got was specifically for, that stuff leaked and it smells like Gain. Love it. Anyway, I also got one of these. So now I can have my entire trip all put together in this, and not just my trip, but I can put my pills in here now and not have to open the bottles all the time. So this will be a much better way to store them on a week-to-week basis. So that will be cool. So that's my tiny little haul. Not a whole lot of stuff, but it was nice to get out. And it was particularly nice to get out and have my very, very sweet husband very patiently take the wheelchair out of the trunk and set it up, put the feet things on and push it under my butt, and then push me up into the store, wheel me any direction, stop, let me look, take me back around again. I don't know, I'm not sure I saw all the shoes. Let's do it again. And, now take me to the far-flung end of Target. Up now I want to go to the other far-flung end of Target. And he was patient and didn't say didn't have a harsh word for me while I was having him do all that in 3 different places. So, man, I tell you what, there's nothing like a good wingman. It makes your life so much easier. So there you go. So this is just a quickie. I just wanted to come on and say howdy and let you know what I was doing today. My mood is up, obviously. I'm feeling good that way. I'm feeling well rested. Pain is still there. It still requires 2 canes to transfer me from one spot to another. And I move slow because all of my abdominal muscles and my muscles on the sides of my legs, my adductors, they've all been strained from me walking so funny. So just, putting one leg in front of the other has been hard. So we shall see how all of that goes. But I've got my wheelchair accessible train tickets and my wheelchair accessible room, which I just found out has a bathroom in it. I didn't know that when I booked it. So anyhow, I will, with Grant's help, I'll be able to get through that trip and get home and, then figure out what to do now, make a few.
The history of the wheelchair?
No, and make a few, make a few more medical appointments and kind of work through all of this residual pain, see what's causing it all. So I'm done yapping. And Grant wanted me to tell you that the wheelchair that we're using had belonged to his grandmother. She was using it in the 60s, right, honey?
No, in 78, 79.
Okay, there you go. She got it somewhere in 78, 79, something like that. It's a little red wheelchair. It's just adorable. It's very comfortable, very heavy duty. It would have to be to carry my lard ass around. And it's just one more example of how Grant and I love to use stuff that came from our childhoods. So On that happy note, I'm going to say bye bye. I hope everybody's doing well.